Top fancies have drawn outside barriers in the Caulfield Cup, throwing the race wide open. Favourite Let's Elope has a tough job from barrier 18. Last year's winner Citizen is in 15, and master trainer George Hanlon says his fancy Prince Salieri cannot win from barrier 16.
The draw was made a short time ago in the VATC committee room at Caulfield, overseen by Chief Steward Pat Lawler. The news was devastating for the big chances. Citizen 15, a good gate though for Dr Grace in 9, Lord Revenor and Mantelpiece fared well. Prince Salieri a shocker in 16, Bold Rancher will be a big firmer after getting a perfect gate. And a real shock for the Bart Cummings team when his fancied mare Let's Elope drew 18. She'll come in 2 places if the emergencies aren't required. George Hanlon, who's yet to win a Caulfield Cup, believes his hopes with Prince Salieri are now forlorn.
I'd much prefer him to draw an inside. The horse is fitting well in himself, but personally I don't think he can win from that alley.
Well, a win in today's Coonji Handicap at Caulfield has earned Mantelpiece a run in Saturday's Caulfield Cup. Ron Quinton has the ride. Today's feature race, the 1,000 Guineas, was another training triumph for Bart Cummings, who's set to dominate the spring. Here again is Greg Miles.
Cummings has the favourites in all 3 big spring events and for good measure saddled up the favourite Richfield Lady in the 1,000 Guineas. It was a strong field headed by Bold Promise going for her 9th win and her arch rival the well-performed Electrique. Richfield Lady was to come from a hopeless place at the turn. Greg Childs finding space near the rails.
And Tyrannic again fought back to be the leader from Ruquin, and Bold Promise balanced up as coming on strongly again, and High Precious coming with a belated run. Bold Promise and Ruquin in front of Electric and High Precious. It's Ruquin in front, Richfield Lady diving up on the inside. Ruquin, Richfield Lady, here's the post. Very close this. Ruquin and Richfield Lady, who took a big dive at it right on the post.
So a 3rd victory in the race for Bart Cummings, and he tips this filly, who's already won the Manifold Stakes, can take a clean sweep of all 4 fillies classics in the Wakeful and the VRC Oaks.
The 2 hardest are over early this season, and from here on I think Flemington's her track, and over the bit further bigger circuit she would be, have a great chance.
The Coonji Handicap and the pressure on Coal Diesel needing to win to make the Caulfield Cup field. Mantelpiece was in the same boat with Moods. It was to be Mantelpiece back to his best.
In the straight and Centro and Majestic Boy, the 2 leaders from Shavano Miss down on the inside. Majestic Boy in front of Centro, going past the 200 with Mantelpiece coming with a strong run, although crowding Dorset Downs. Majestic Boy now grabbed by Mantelpiece and Centro. Mantelpiece on the outside and Majestic Boy, and Mantelpiece back to his best has beaten Majestic Boy. Centro's a neck away 3rd.
So a plan to win the Caulfield Cup devised on this day 12 months ago has its chance of fruition. Rob Lang says the 5-year-old Mantelpiece can back up in Australia's toughest handicap in just 3 days.
Yeah, he won on the Wednesday last year and won more impressively on the Saturday. And I said to the owners today, whatever he does today, he will improve on, because he's had quite a few setbacks in the last week or 2. And, I can't see why the horse can't improve.
Yes, we're racing tonight. That's all in sport.
Indeed. Thank you very much. Now to tonight's weather. Here's Edwin Marr.
Thank you, Mary.
And gelding Mantelpiece waited until the very last moment today to gain a berth in Saturday's Caulfield Cup. The Coonji Handicap provided the last chance for runners to qualify. It was D-Day for 3 runners in the Coonji: Mantelpiece, 1989 Caulfield Cup winner Coal Diesel, and Queensland 4-year-old Moods. All had to win to gain a start in the Cup.
Centro out wide, Majestic Boy, and then Shavano Miss, the leaders drifting out, and Mantelpiece down the outside with a late run. He's getting home at a terrific rate now. Mantelpiece, Majestic Boy, Centro, and Mantelpiece. Mantelpiece on the outside gets up to Majestic Boy. Mantelpiece going home better. Mantelpiece.
I said to the owners, I said I couldn't tell you to back him, but a crystal ball, and knew that he'd be something like his old self. Definitely be a great chance of winning, but we're just hoping.
So the 5-year-old Bay Gelding is set for a start in the $1 Million Cup. He won by a length from Majestic Boy. The feature race of the day was the 1,000 Guineas.
Tyrannic Royal Accord followed by Ruquin getting out from Bold Promise down the outside, and Electric is getting up on the fence. Lovey was knocked down. Bold Promise and Ruquin swept to the front from last as High Precious and Electric on the rail. It's Ruquin in front. Richfield Lady getting a late run. Ruquin in front of Richfield Lady, who's flying. Ruquin, Richfield Lady. Richfield Lady's got up to win.
Yes, that man Bart Cummings adding another Group 1 race to his long list of victories. Richfield Lady winning by a short half head. And the barrier draw for Saturday's Cup was conducted a short time ago, and it was not kind to all. Citizen drew 15. Dr. Jeff Chapman, however, will be delighted with the drawing of Dr. Grace in the 9th barrier. Mantelpiece, it's been a good day for their connections, drawing 6. Prince O'Leary, one of the top fancies, but a bad barrier draw on 16. Bold Rancher, Lee Friedman, still chasing his first Caulfield Cup, and Bold Rancher has drawn well in number 2. Weekend Delight is drawn 11. Let's Elope was on the second line of betting, but not a good draw at 18, while the number 1 alley has gone to the David Hayes imported stayer, Ivory Way. Well, this year's Herald...
A big couple of days for Epsom trainer Robbie Lang. On Monday, he was granted a stay of proceedings after being suspended, allowing him to saddle up Mantelpiece in today's Coonji handicap, a race the 5-year-old had to win to qualify for Saturday's Caulfield Cup. Well, Dan Malicki joins us now live from Caulfield. Danny, Mantelpiece didn't let anyone down today.
No, Eddie, certainly didn't. You know, 3 months ago, Mantelpiece was the outright favourite for the Caulfield Cup, but people had admitted that the horse hadn't qualified for the race. He's a top horse and loves Caulfield, and today he was on his last chance to try and qualify for the Caulfield Cup. But also that man again, Bart Cummings, produced the magic. We had a story on 10 News last night about the magic man of thoroughbred racing, Bart Cummings, another Group 1 winner, Richfield Lady, in today's 1,000 Guineas. The 1,000 Guineas, a classic race for 3-year-old fillies, looked to be dominated by 3 horses. Boom Sydney fillies, Bold Promise and Electrique, and the Cummings-trained former Kiwi, Richfield Lady.
On the outside, Rue Quinn went up to take the lead. Electrique getting up on the rail, then Richfield Lady. Rue Quinn in front, Electrique and Richfield Lady in the centre from Bold Promise. Rue Quinn in front, now the line diving. Richfield Lady, it might have got through on the fence and won.
Richfield Lady got the photo after a long delay. The filly gave Cummings yet another Group 1 win, and now she's aimed at another, the VRC Oaks.
I think she's probably going to be the best filly to go into the Oaks as a staying prospect.
Mantelpiece, one-time favourite for the Caulfield Cup, had his last chance to qualify for Saturday's race in today's Coonji. Mantelpiece, who has been troubled by injury after injury, hit back to form on his favourite track.
Majestic Boy in front, but here's Mantelpiece and Royal Creation late. Mantelpiece loomed up on the outside to take the lead. He put his nose in front of Majestic Boy, and Mantelpiece goes into the Caulfield Cup.
Yeah, no, he hasn't had a very good run into the Cup, and the last couple of days he's just started to put things together.
Let's have a look at the details. The Quadrilla 8, 7, 1 and 8, $1,273.30. The Quad Extra today, very nice dividend, 7, 1, double 8, $5,736.50. Daily double at Caulfield on 1,000 Guineas Day, 7 and 8, $42.45. The extra double, 4 Fancy Bird, 20 Allure. A very healthy dividend of $349.95. Of course, the big attraction a little bit after the race meeting today was the all-important barrier draw for Saturday's $1 million Foster's Caulfield Cup, and there were a few surprises. From the top, Sedestin is drawn barrier 15, and 13 Castletown, Dr. Grace in 9, Just a Dancer 8. Prince O'Leary drew 16, Mantelpiece today's winner in 6. Bold Rancher drew barrier number 2, Magnolia Hall 7, Lee's Bid in 3, Ivory Way drew barrier number 1, and down towards the bottom, Let's Elope, which is the favourite for the race, trained by Bart Cummings, drew barrier number 18. The 2 emergencies for the race, first emergency going to where Saddlecloth 19 is Cool Credit, and Saddlecloth 20 is the former import, and that is Ivory Way. On what's been a big day in thoroughbred racing at Caulfield, it's going to get hotter during the week. We'll have another report on the Caulfield Cup tomorrow night in Eyewitness News, Ed.
Good on you, Danny. Thanks very much for that report. Well, meantime, Victoria